So there's this like deal going on, me and the mice on the farm, little stinking field mice. I have found lately, nice nest. So it's been shitty, and I just know popping the hood open works, but you get snow and rain and shit, so thought I'd just try to prop them. Sure be nice to get some of those buzzer things. But then, somehow they're getting in the cabs. I keep finding poo. In my seat, in the console, and it's so annoying. Ugh. Need help. Don't know. Hello. Today is beautiful. On the farm. Genesis Saba. And we just went through, like, last week, days of wind. It's the Palouse winds, so it's hectic out here. Like days. And I find myself like, I don't want to be out in it, and then just getting out in it and open my arms to it and say, bring it. It'll pass, and it passed. Headed out to see Terry, but taking the dog's poops for a little stroll because it's so nice. And gonna get a few more steps done, I hope, but just having some thoughts and understanding steps in life, journey in life, and dynamics of life, and experiences, like how they impact, and a lot of experiences that have affected my mental health dynamically, drastically. Talking about self-worth, finding self-worth in that, confidence, dialing into that, and knowing, we say, you build confidence. Do you? No, you don't build it. It's there. It's whether we feel it or not. And same with self-worth. So when I start to realize these things, even as an adult, it's like, whoa, I didn't realize how many things I was basing my self-worth off of my whole life. Work, status, maybe the vehicle I drove, and like my house is kind of very, very, very run down, but I love it. It's like mine, and it's not fancy at all. And just good vehicles is great to have, and good footwear, and there's things you gotta have. Good food, whether it's the job I've had or extracurricular activities, going to school. Like, how many things was I putting my self-worth into and then not being fulfilled in the end, not feeling fulfilled? And I just realized, like, that's a lot of why I feel so exhausted a lot of the time, because that part of me is just running and trying to fill up, and not bad ways a lot of the time, although the substance abuse too, that's a bad way. But even all the good things that have happened, like bodybuilding. What a great experience that was, competing, but I was like trying to prove myself and fulfill myself in something, and I go, wow. Dynamic jobs like firefighting or something in it, and you're like, wow, was I trying to prove myself? But what a great opportunity nonetheless. It just work even now, not dynamic, and looking for self-worth in it, and realizing, like, I heavily do not have self-worth in my work. And then I just rode on that and went, wow, I am, like, through a therapy session, actually, I realized, like, I'm basing my self-worth in my work, and I may or may not like my work. How bad to do that. Look at that and step away from that, and working on the new feeling of stepping away from that, and kind of you jog back and forth because you're like rutted in that feeling of like, I'm supposed to have that. Learning. There's trenches dug in there. The brain rewiring of it all, and trying to change habits is not, for me, counting days that I haven't drank alcohol, or I just want to know I don't need it. And I don't need that pulling at me constantly. It's seeing the self-worth. And so I've most recently been able to start looking at my parts. Like, I have parts to me. I'm just an aggressor and a lover. No, there's other parts there. Like, oh my gosh, let's start looking at those and the other parts. And what is that? That is going to be a journey. Looking at parts that I don't even think are awake. They've been smothered over years with substance abuse, or thinking poorly of myself, or I don't know, just forcing things into place that there are other roles that can be delegated to not wear out that part of me that's just constantly trying to fulfill. Yeah, just some thoughts like, wow. Like, I'm a scheduler, you know, if you're it's like you're running on tight budget all the time, like run, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do that, gotta do that. Like, whoa, that gets exhausting, and have to not relax too much. But anyways, it's just these roles that we have, these parts of us that we have that maybe we don't even know about are there, that we can recruit before acting out. Realizing there's like these parts of me that I just respond. I'm easily, through traumatic experiences that have either traumatized me or not, it's still hypervigilance that's built, and sensitivity and fragility, and I trigger easily, and because of complex PTSD, whatever, just things. A lot of us have this, and we respond, we react poorly. And that's a hard thing to digest, knowing we do that. But trying to have some compassion for the fact of where it comes from. Not just a bad behavior, but a part. And I go, but then there's this other part of me that is like note-taking everything, like a dispatcher, intaking all this information, right? You're like taking in all this information, and then something triggers, and you go, and you're just like, boom, brawl. Like, oh, there's the brawl part of me. Just like boys brawling, and they just jump out and want to fight. And then it's like, well, but isn't there maybe another part that can intersect right there and mediate those thoughts? It's another part. I don't know. To vision it, it's kind of fun to vision things like a child or something, and just see these roles as people in a train or in a house, or whatever, like, is enclosed, you know, something enclosed that you can like pull out a box, maybe a bus. I don't know. My idea is a bus. All my parts are on the bus, and I'm driving the bus, so I'm starting to wake them up, because there's a creative part, and really laid back part, mischievous curiosity part, and you know, humorous part, or grungeful part, or fight part, or I picture them as brawling boys. It's just my visions. Like, everybody, we can all do this on our own, and just vision our parts, put names to them, put vision to them, and then we can call on them. Instead of going straight from being overworked and underfulfilled and exhausted to the brawl, there's like parts in the middle that can be called on and delegated out. Yeah. It's just such a, I don't know. I wanted to share because I think that this might help some other people who may go point A to Z, and there's the middle ground, and ways that we can be creative in and developing our parts, or not even, we're not developing them. They're there. They're already there. They're our parts. And so it's like, no, I'm waking them up. Like, I feel like they're put to sleep in each bus seat. And it's like, hey guys, what do you need? What kind of nourishment do you need to wake up and come to life, to be active? And then everybody can like function together, because there's these parts that have just been smothered, like put to bed, like told to shut the fuck up, you know? And so fun. It seems fun to just like discover this journey, this train, this bus to go on, and discover again, no, wake up the parts to change the behaviors. Yeah. And find peace and healing in there. Namaste, I guess. There's an airplane going by. And it's so beautiful today. I'm just so stoked. Because I tell you what, again, the winds, they can make you mental. It's hard to just, I kept thinking if I can make it through this, and I really didn't even go outside. Poor dogs had to just do it themselves and get off work and really like lay on the couch for a few days because it was just nasty. Anyways, gotta get going on Terry trailer, more steps. Hope all are well, and maybe this helps you too. All right. Oh boy, so Terry is kind of tore open like a can of tuna and almost to the point of being able to put back together. Should be sweet. Taking gutters off today, and scraping old butyl tape off. And it's just gonna, it's like putty, so it'll just peel off. Just kind of finishing prep work to put it back together, really. Removing these, scraping them. And at that point, I'll be putting it back together, which is really exciting. That's freaking awesome because it's like not even getting into winter yet. Okay. Yeah, you can just like, it's putty. Be good to go. Just reinstall it. I hope. I mean, hey, you never know. Something might F up. Ugh. Ugh. Seems like always. But gotta watch how it gets reacted to. And the reactions can kind of like take off from unresolved stuff in us. We just need compassion for it. Yeah. But it can be changed. I'm looking at getting some medical treatment, more like, yeah, probably ketamine. Just go for the ketamine. Because there's ruts from being an addict, alcoholic, right? Like, not sober for a lot of my life. I mean, speaking of like, yeah, drinking every day, like a really regular drinker, and not minimal drinks every day, but like several drinks every day. So yeah, your brain gets changed and things happen, and then traumas happen, and then you cope, and then trauma happens and you cope, and yeah, you can go around. So, it's, yeah, then you build ruts. It's my understanding, and it makes sense. We can change those ruts. So, oh, we'll see. This is not bad coming off, so I'm gonna zip through this, and then I started to put it back together. I'm just like, wow. It's cool. Okay, Terry, you're getting new boodle tape. Buttle tape. Butyl tape. All around. Terry. Oh, no, oh, I should have fucking, hold on. This one got some extra wood. Oh, okay. Next. What's that? Flicking it off. Yeah, it's coming off pretty easy. That's cool. Nice to be able to be out here and not be gobbed with the wind. Minus the trailer and the view. Staples, oh my god. Like this little hoping I don't have to pull anymore. Teeny tiny staples. Oh my god, they're tiny, and they are rusted, and they were a bitch to get a screwdriver under and pry them out when I had to pry the roof off. Terry Repairy, we're on our way, getting her done. Yep, and then a light. I gotta replace the bulb.